Hello and welcome to Threefold Herbal Healing. I'm herbalist Leo Sade. I help people who struggle with chronic conditions grow their health from the roots up. Today I wanted to speak about coffee, but before I start, I want to remind us that everything that I say here is for educational purposes only. I don't mean to diagnose, heal, or treat any condition. Uh, Coffee is one of those herbs that nobody think about as a herb and that most people use almost on a daily basis. So it's kind of a tonic, but we don't think about it as a medicine or as a herbal remedy. What coffee does in the body is very interesting. It affects multiple systems, but we will start with the brain. And coffee cut the connection or the signal that the brain send you that you are tired, depleted, that you need rest. So many people think about coffee as a stimulant, as something that gives you energy, but that is not true. Coffee doesn't give you energy. Coffee masks the signal that tells you that you need to rest. So now you don't have energy, you are depleted, you need rest, but you don't feel that you need rest. And that could be the downfall of coffee because it doesn't give you energy. At the end of the day, you are depleted. And the more coffee you drink, the more you go on without rest, the closer you get to a burnout. So that's the downfall of coffee. Let's talk a little bit about what else it does in the body, and we will start with the brain. In the brain, you have neurotransmitter that move, stimulate nerve signals from nerve to nerve. You know a couple of them. You know about dopamine, you know about serotonin, you probably heard about GABA. Those are very known neurotransmitters. But what is the thing that trigger their signaling or their function, and what is the thing that stop it? So glutamate trigger neurons to send those signals, the neurotransmitters. Glutamate is the gas in that car. What break those signals, the neurotransmitter signals, is adenosine. Because you can't have dopamine released forever and ever and ever in your brain. It needs to release and cease and release and cease according to what happens around you. If you had dopamine all the time released in your brain, you get high, you get euphoric. So you really need this way of managing the amount and the timing of neurotransmitter release. Adenosine, it was stop the release of those neurotransmitters, and glutamate it's the gas that push and trigger and stimulate them to be released. So one of the things that coffee does is block adenosine receptors. And by blocking it, it means that those neurotransmitters are keep on releasing more and more and more neurotransmitters. So you get more dopamine and more serotonin and more GABA, and you really are feeling, in a way, good. You feel more energized, you feel better mood. That's what it does in the brain. But again, like I said, it's not an ever-ending thing because that's a lot of energy to keep it like that. And at one point, you will start feeling the fall down. And a lot of people feel the fall down as headaches, fatigue, burnout. So be aware of that. But it doesn't stop in the brain. Coffee affects the heart and the cardiovascular system too. So we have adenosine receptors in the heart, and what they do, and glutamate, and what they do is manage heart rate and the contractibility. So how strong does the heart contract and release? How much blood it push each time? The more it contract, the more blood it releases into the system. And what When you block adenosine, everything is happen more. You increase the contractibility, so you have more blood rush into the arteries, which mean higher blood pressure, but also heart rate is increased. And that is why in some people, coffee cause this high blood pressure, high blood rate, and with them, increased anxiety. Some people feel anxiety when they drink coffee and they don't make the connection. The other way organ that is influenced by coffee is the kidneys. And in the kidneys, again, it's block adenosine, which means increase in renning and increase urination, basically. So coffee increase urination. It's a diuretic, and the sum total of its effect is drying because a lot of water are flushed out of the water of the body. Uh, and the last thing to do about coffee is that it's actually um, increase the contraction of the colon. So it might help with increasing bowel movement. It is a bitter herb with bitter alkaloids. It contains bitter alkaloids, and those certainly stimulate acidity in the stomach. So be aware of acid reflux. Coffee is not for people who struggle with acid reflux, and it does increase bile production and pancreatic enzymes. So the enzymes that produced by the pancreas to break down food, amylase, lipase, and protease. For amylase for carbohydrates, protease for protein, and lipase for fats during the digestive issues. So coffee support digestion in a way. But be aware that in acid reflux, caffeine one of the things that this alkaloid is doing is relaxing smooth muscles, and it relaxes the smooth muscles of the esophageal sphincter and can cause increase in acid production and acid reflux. So overall, a very interesting picture of something that we all are using without having like all the information about its effects in the body. So I hope it's beneficial. If you're struggling with a specific condition and you need my help, acid reflux, digestive issue, constipation, diarrhea, IBS, SIBO, problem with the kidneys, UTIs, anxiety, mood disorder, focus and memory, I'm here for you. You can book 20 minutes free herbal consult with me, and we can chat about your condition and see if herbalism is something that can fit you. You can find me at www.threefoldherbalhealing.com/consult. Again, it's www.threefoldherbalhealing/consult. I would love to be there for you. Um, that's it for today. Thank you for listening for this. I hope it was beneficial. And I will see you again next week where I will talk about Lobelia inflata. Bye and have a good day.